All right, good afternoon. Welcome to Game 3 of Mpls BB2 White preseason. Got a contest against Stillwater today, coming off of 2 consecutive victories. First at Eden Prairie and yesterday at home against Lakeville South. 3-0 yesterday. Kids took a little time to settle in the first period, but once they got going, pretty well bossed the game after that. So we'll see how things go against Stillwater today. Lakeville notably a little bit more physical than us yesterday. Probably not as skilled. So we'll see what Stillwater brings to the table. Puck drop coming up in just a bit here. As you can see, kids are just gathering up the pucks to the old 5-gallon bucket. And we'll be back momentarily. We discovered as we were killing time before the game that today must be trick-or-treat day for the little kids in Stillwater. So they're kind of parading around in their costumes in downtown Stillwater. Nice day for it. Very picturesque along the banks of the St. Croix. So it looks like we'll have Charlie starting off in net. The defensive pairing to start things off will be Peter on the left, Cooper on the right. That's Clark taking the draw. He's got Mason to his left and Bennett to his right. Stillwater into our zone early. Back down to the end wall. Pushed around and catches Clark's skate. Clark tries to skate through some traffic to get out from behind the net. Now Cooper with it. Sends it up to the half wall. That's Mason. Backhanded flip. Does not clear the zone. Now Mason gets it out. Stillwater picks it up, neutralized, retreats a bit, and then sends it back to the red line. Cross-ice pass is deflected. Mason in pursuit. And that pass picked up by Cooper at the red line. He's going to skate into the zone. Look for some space. There's a quick shot. That one goes wide. And now at the half wall on the near side. Cooper again with it. He's in the corner looking for something. Good pass there. He gets it to, that was Jax with it, in some traffic. Now Stillwater with it, takes it behind the net. Stillwater comes out with it. Mason blows the tire, and Stillwater takes advantage and skates it into the zone. Peter back to defend, along with Cooper, who's there to clear it. He sends it up to the half wall. It was in the air to Jax. Now a shot comes in from the point, easily dealt with by Charlie's stick. And then sent long. That'll be icing. It's like we did I think a 17-minute period to start here in the first. Max on the draw. And Max comes out of it, flips it to Fred. Fred with it, skating ahead. Fred's got some space. He's into the zone, looking to gain the corner. Deflected. His pass goes off a skate. He still got it. Now he drops it all the way back, but right in the middle of his 2 defenders. Now Max chasing back. He picks it up. Nope, sorry, that's not Max. That's Jude, number 15. Jude sends it ahead, but picked off at the blue line by Stillwater. Now they've got it up on top of the right circle. Sent down low to the left circle. Good defensive work there from Jude to break it up. Puck now picked up by Theron. Sends it against the glass and down. Stillwater goaltender comes out, plays it to the half wall. And sent back in from the point by Mason. Peter steps up into the play. Sends it to Mason. Mason with a quick shot from the left wall. And that one is gloved and frozen by the Stillwater netminder. Wyatt at center. Gets it across. Quick pass. That's out to Cooper. Cooper with a chance. Deflected, and the Stillwater netminder kind of got wrong-footed there. Had to really reach out to gather that puck, which was deflected and probably otherwise would have bounced in. Wyatt again in the draw. Same spot. Gets it back to Peter. Squirts past him. Peter going to pick it up at the red line. Gets it forward to Wyatt. Wyatt skates it back into the zone. Stick handles through some traffic. Nice play from Wyatt. He gets taken out, and Stillwater picks it up in the slot and skates out. Peter back again. Collision there at the blue line. Puck in the zone. Wyatt trying to clear. Still battling. Cooper picks it up. Cooper gets tripped, and penalty coming. So we'll go on the power play. That coming at 4:58 of the first period. As one of the younger brothers commented as they're walking past, one of the more obvious trips he's ever seen. Might be a younger brother from Stillwater. Anyway, we win the face-off. Jude sends it down low to the corner. Clark with it. And clearance attempt. Jude's going to hold, and then his attempted dump back down gets deflected or blocked. And now that's Clark skating in. He's tied up on the wall. Stillwater tries to clear only as far as the point, though. Jude sends in a wrister from deep. That one gloved, and we'll do another face-off. About a minute and a half to go on this power play. Max on the draw. Mason to his left, Bennett to his right. Max wins it initially, and then it's loose. Mason with it in the corner. Stick handles. Centering pass blocked. Bennett now on it. Stillwater picks his pocket and sends it along the sidewall. Tries to get past Cooper, but Cooper does well to get it back into the zone. He was looking for the shot, fanned on it. Now Mason trying to hold the zone. Mason goes down, and him and Peter combine to hold the zone. Puck still in there, and now sent back down by Peter, or actually Mason, who gives his man a shove. Mason with it again on the half wall, drops it for Peter. Peter back to Mason. Mason, high shot. That one goes over. Comes around to the other side. Cooper picks it up. He's at the half wall looking for something. Sends it down to the corner. Now Cooper with it again up top on the right circle. Slap shot. That one goes wide. And dropped again to the point. Mason to Peter. Peter with the quick wrister. That one goes wide. Peter knocks down the clearance pass, and we're offside on the zone entry. Not by too much, but a little bit. 27 seconds to go on the power play. 10:28 to go in the period. Wyatt on the draw. Fred to his left. Jax to his right. Wyatt pokes it forward. Stillwater sends it back down. Should be icing if it gets there. Nope, icing waved off. Picked up by Theron. He finds Cooper, who finds Jax with the cross-ice pass. Jax, stick handling through traffic, loses it. Deflected off of Fred. Wyatt picks it up, backhands it deep into the zone. Jax in pursuit behind the net. Jax looking to create. I think he was trying to drop it to Jude. Jude now steps up into the play and gets it to Fred in the corner. Fred looking for the backhanded centering pass. Led Wyatt a little too much. And Stillwater clears as... Nope, they don't clear. Jude sends it back in. Fred picks it up and has it poked away. He's trying to chase it down in the corner now. And he picks the pocket. Good centering pass. Nice backhanded attempt from Jax. Stillwater netminder equal to it, though. And Stillwater back on the attack. Nice back check there from Clark, who comes across to break things up. Fred picks it up in the zone. And looking for a pass. Gets deflected. Loose puck. Stillwater's going to come away with it. They're into the zone. Their pass is errant, though. Fred's going to pick it up. Had a 2-on-1 for a moment there as they were changing. Fred's pass in the skates of Jax. Now Clark picks up the loose puck. Clark's got a chance now. He's in. And nope. Good save. Good positioning from the goalie. Clark with the centering pass. And Cooper's wrister goes high. And then Clark's centering pass is redirected well outside of the zone and back into the Minneapolis zone. Cooper looking for the stretch pass. Just missed. And icing waved off. Clark in pursuit. Tied up behind the net. Mason trying to dislodge the puck. No dice. And we are offside. We win the face-off. Quick D-to-D pass. That one lands on the stick of Theron, who sends it in deep. Bennett in pursuit. Picked up by Theron. Theron's got a shot. Oh, that one's deflected. Nice little poke there from Max. Almost tipped it in. Goalie freezes, and we'll have a face-off on the near side in the Stillwater zone. 8:14 to go in the first. Max on the draw. Stillwater initially comes out with it. Now Max on it again. Theron, puck is in his skates. Theron comes up with it, trying to stick handle through some traffic, and broken up in the slot. And Bennett holds, but gets it to about the half wall where Stillwater picks it up. Now working through neutral ice. Pass in the skates gets deflected down to the half wall. Jude back to clear. And ahead to Max. We've got numbers. Max skating. He's got Bennett coming with him. Max goes for the shot, deflected wide by the netminder. Theron trying to skate through traffic and jump into the play from the D-man spot, but gets tied up. Bennett now battling on the wall for it. Joined by Theron. Theron runs his man over. And not sure where the puck is. There it is. Theron's got it. To Jude. Back to Theron, but his pass is picked off. And good back check from Jax, who was jumping on. Now we've got another chance going forward here. Theron jumps into the attack, circles back, and flips it down into the corner, puck bouncing around. Picked up by Max, I believe. And now Stillwater throws it to the half wall and skates it out of their zone. Backhanded pass across. Stillwater into the Minneapolis zone. High shot. That one goes well over the net. Stillwater drops to the half wall, and Fred picks it up. Fred gets rid of it, but it's deflected, and Stillwater sends it back down into their zone. Our zone, I should say. Peter across quickly to pick it up, trying to clear, and Stillwater stick handling through. Nice little move, but deflected at the last moment. Might have been Peter that blocked it. Now the puck is at the point to the half wall, and that's Cooper delivering a hit. Cooper delivers another hit. Stillwater still with it. Centering pass. And broken up. Wyatt picks it up. And he finds Jax just a tiny bit behind Jax, so he's got to slow down. Jax still pursuing it along with Peter. And Wyatt with a quick shot deflected off a Stillwater stick. That one goes wide. Now Stillwater skates out. Wyatt picks the pocket, gets into the zone, and he's looking ahead for Bennett. Bennett has it in the corner. Was on his backhand, though. No good shot opportunity there. Cooper gets his pocket picked, and looks like no offside. Stillwater rims it around, and that's Jude coming across. And he takes a hit, battling down there, along with Clark. Now Bennett in to join the scrum. Clark comes out with it. Clark with it again. Clark is through. Oh, and he's good back check from Stillwater. Just broke up the shot from behind right when Clark was going to pull the trigger. Stillwater into our zone. Shot deflected and picked up. Bad pass. Bennett has got this one, and I think that's Max coming on. Bennett, his shot is deflected. Bennett's going to go for a change. Max down there battling. And Stillwater through neutral ice. They go through the legs. That was a decent shot. Charlie did well to track it. Sent out by Theron. Cross-ice pass is errant and ends up on Jax's stick. He evades one. Jax is in. Good opportunity for Jax. Netminder stands his ground and saves it, and we'll have a face-off coming. Max on the face-off. Fred to his left. Face-off one ends up on Jax's stick. And Jax puts it away. That'll make it 1-0. Nice shot. Quick release from Jax to put that one away. Went to the upper right corner there. Glove side. Just doing the math here. 12:34 of the first, and we take the lead again. Max wins the face-off to Peter, then to Fred. Fred fans on it. Peter steps up, though, and gets it into the zone. Peter with it. Quick release and gloved. Face-off should be on the far side of your screen. Wyatt on the draw. Drops it to Jude. Jude, the wrister, that one goes wide. Stillwater picks it up. Bennett applying the pressure and flipped against the window and back to our blue line. Jude with it. Got two guys coming. Nice stretch pass from Jude. Picks out Mason. And I think we're offside. Yeah, Wyatt trying to evade Mason's zone entry. And they just got caught up there. So face off on the far side, just outside of the zone. Stillwater comes out with it. They're into the zone. And they're through. Oh, good save from Charlie. Stands tall. Kind of caught the lower end of his helmet on that quick wrister from the slot, and that'll be icing on us. No shots on goal counter today, so we won't have the luxury of reporting that. And now that's Jack skating ahead, trying to get it out of the zone. Shot is deflected. I think that went off of Clark's stick. Now Clark picks it up at the half wall. Looking for Fred. He put a little too much on that one, and Stillwater's goalie wisely lets it go, and that'll be icing. Clark on the face-off. Fred and Jax with him. Cooper and Peter in the back. Stillwater wins it. Back to the point. Shot is blocked by Clark. He finds Jax. Jax trying to lead Fred. Fred's going to get there. And Fred loses it. A backhanded flip. Not enough on it to be much of a centering pass. Now Stillwater goes the other way. Excellent back check from Jax. Wins the puck back, gets into the zone, and goalie needs to cover. So we'll have another face-off, this one coming on the near side of your screen. 3:01 to go in the first. Max on the draw, wins it. Back to Theron, quick wrister. That one gloved. Rinse, repeat. Bennett battling for it in the corner. Pushed out. Theron now with it. Theron, that looked like maybe a backhanded chop for the centering pass. And Theron still battling for it. Evades the hit. Bennett trying to dig it out. It's tied up there. We've got four players. Bennett and Theron trying to nudge it free. Still tied up back there behind the net. Quite a battle going on. Stillwater comes out with it. And they poke it through neutral ice into the zone. Jude doing good work to tie up his man in the corner. And now he's joined by Max on the back check. Puck ends up on the stick of a Stillwater player above the left circle. Shot is knocked aside by Charlie's glove. And Jude just skates out through a bunch of traffic to clear the zone. Stillwater looking to get back in, though, and they do. Flip down to the corner, and they go for a change. Nice little change of direction from Max behind the net. And looking for Mason. Puck off the wall. Just out of reach of Mason, but now the loose puck is picked up by Max. Max gets taken down. And that was... I think it was Jax jumping up into the play. Stillwater back the other way quickly. And good centering pass. That one goes begging, though. Stillwater had a guy there, but not able to get a stick on it. We clear the zone now, ahead to Jax. Jax got one guy in pursuit and looking to beat one guy in front. Gets the backhander off. Good effort from Jax. 1:11 to go in the first. Still 1-0 in favor of the road team. Wyatt will take the face-off. And he drops it back to Cooper. Cooper to Fred. Wyatt back to Fred. Fred in the corner. Good centering pass. Nice redirect from Jax. Goes wide. Slick backhand from Wyatt, but nobody there to get it. Now a wrister comes in just high. That one coming in from Cooper. Jax back to Wyatt. Wyatt looking to work behind the net. Gets tied up. Fred now back to help. And that one bounces off of Fred's shin pad. Picked up by Cooper. Cooper working into the slot. He's on his backhand. Little flip there. There was a rebound, but it was just behind Cooper. And Stillwater clears. Fred with it. Sends it back through the legs of Wyatt, who is retreating from the zone. Stillwater with it in neutral ice. They skate through. Shots deflected. That one blocked by Peter, who's limping a bit. Now a couple of big hits there in sequence. Cooper delivers one and gets one in return from Stillwater. Now Stillwater with it, getting into almost to the slot, not quite. And we clear. Peter, little flip ahead to Cooper. He's got a head of steam. And we are out of time in the first. So we end the first period 1-0 in favor of Minneapolis. Game pretty even so far. In general, both teams flying around with a decent amount of speed today. So we'll switch sides and get things underway momentarily. Get things started again here with Clark at center, Mason to his left, Bennett to his right, and then we've got Theron and Jude in the back. Theron on the right, Jude on the left. One by Clark, he skates through, and Stillwater comes back, retrieves it. Clark with a good hit. Drops his man into the boards. Bennett picks up the loose puck and skates it into the zone. Dumps it down low. Clark across to pick it up behind the net. Clark circling. Drops it to Theron. It's on his backhand. Theron evades his defenseman. He was setting up for the big wrister and unfortunately just, wouldn't even say fanned on it. He just kind of lost track of it. Good centering pass, nobody there, but now Theron picks it up. Theron with the wrister from above the slot, and that one gloved and picked up. Mason out with Fred and Jax. Got Cooper and Peter at defenseman. Cooper to the right, Peter to the left. And that one's tied up. And quick shot comes in from Max. He didn't get much on it. There was a lot of traffic. And Stillwater sends it back behind their own net. Puck bounces off a skate. Max gets it to Fred, but it's on, hits Fred's skate. Can't gather it. Now Stillwater clears. Stillwater ahead into the zone and gets sandwiched but keeps hold of the puck. Centering pass is intercepted by Cooper, who's got it behind the net, and he gets taken down. Things getting physical back there. Referee says no, nothing in it. Stillwater with it at about the half wall. Max over to defend, gets some help from Cooper, now pushed ahead. Stillwater sends it back in and now pushed out. Jack's with it, and his pass was just about there for Fred, but it was deflected. Otherwise, Fred was in on goal. That'll be icing. Stillwater under some pressure there. Faceoff coming on the far side in the Stillwater zone. Wyatt will take the faceoff with Mason to his left, Bennett to his right. Backed up by Jude and Graham. Graham must have just arrived. He's playing right defense right now. Jude back, heads to the corner. Quick backhand to Bennett at the half wall. He's tied up. Stillwater with it, poked away. Good stick from Wyatt. Mason in pursuit. He's going to pick that off near the slot. I think he was as surprised as anybody to have the puck land on his stick. So quick shot, was not able to wind up and fire exactly what he wanted there and saved. Face-off coming on the near side. Wyatt on the draw. Gets it to Mason. Mason, good centering pass, broken up though. Well anticipated by Stillwater. Stillwater evades Wyatt's check and gets it out. And Stillwater deflected by Peter. And now back behind the net. Change of direction from Stillwater. They send it to the corner. Mason picks it up. Mason with a big pass outside. I don't know how he saw that, but he found Bennett on the other side of the ice. Bennett streaking forward. Quick shot, pad save. Stillwater defender nearly took out his own goalie on the play. Comes all the way around to Theron. Theron takes his time, walks forward, and now his pass is blocked. And Stillwater on the rush, but good back check from Mason, who delivers a somewhat gratuitous hit just to let his man know he's there. Puck at the half wall. Flipped ahead. We've got numbers now. Poked ahead. Clark didn't see it. Jax was trying to find him. Now he does find him. Clark hits the bar, and it deflects into the netting. Kind of a funny sequence there. Jax was looking for the pass. Clark didn't see it, and then it did eventually end up on Clark's stick when Jax got it back and passed it. Max on the faceoff. Fred to his left, Jax to his right. To Fred's stick. He has his pocket picked, though. Stillwater picks it up and skates out. Stillwater skater loses the handle, goes to the corner, and that one anticipated by Cooper, who finds Jax. Jax trying to push it ahead. Now Cooper with it again, and looks like he's leading Fred. Fred with some good speed and looking to go cross ice for Max, who was streaking forward, but it's well anticipated by Stillwater. Stillwater with it, takes it back, and Fred intercepts. Fred with a chance now. He's saved. Another backhanded attempt on the rebound comes in. That was Max with the backhanded attempt, and Stillwater's goalie freezes it. At 11:02 to go in the second. Wyatt's going to come out to the dot. He's got Mason on his left, Bennett on his right. Puck down into the corner. Bennett in pursuit, as well as Mason. Mason dislodges it. I think he lost track of where it was, though. Stillwater breaks it out. Excellent defending, though, from Graham, who slows things down enough to allow the teammates to get in there. Quick shot, and that is going to be a rebound and a goal. So it is all tied up at 1. That one coming at 4:17 rather, of the second. Wyatt out to take the draw. Still with Mason on his left, Bennett to his right. And we win the faceoff. Bennett gets stood up at the red line. Stillwater into the zone. Jude delivers the hit. Separates his man from the puck. And now that's Theron with it. In traffic, and he emerges with it. Goes cross ice. He finds Bennett. Bennett evades his man. He's going to skate into the zone. Trying to skate through a couple and loses it. But Jude is there to pick it up. Jude skates it into the zone. Still on it. Gets off a wrister. That one blocked in the right circle and now behind the net. Jude steps forward again to hold the zone. Sends it back in. Picked off by Stillwater. Their clearance attempt, though, is blocked by Jax. Clark across to the half wall. He picks it up. Jax's centering pass goes off of a skate. And Stillwater comes out of it. They got numbers. 2-on-1 situation here. Jude back to defend. And Jude pushes his man out to the corner. Excellent defending in that situation. Just cut off the passing lane. Shot comes in from the point. And that's Charlie equal to the task. So picked up by Mason. Mason with some speed. Coming along the near side of your screen. And Mason, it's tied up at the end wall. He's got Jax with him now. Jax is going to get it. Quick shot. And that one goes off the stick of the netminder. Back to the point. Jude looked like he was going to throw it in. Finds Theron. Theron, never afraid to shoot, launches it in there and forces a glove save from Stillwater. Cap and I are looking at each other quizzically, trying to figure out why the faceoff's been moved into our zone. I got nothing, folks. Max on the draw. Quick shot comes in. That one is Cooper gets a skate out to block it, and then Jax clears. Stillwater with it in their own zone. Now they're pressured by Max, and the resulting pass is loose and picked up by Cooper, who jumps forward into the zone. Cooper going to go down behind the net, trying to pick it up. Shoves his man, drops it to the point for Peter. Peter steps up, tries to toe drag around his man, keeps it. Cooper with it, stick handling, centering pass, and he finds Fred. Fred goes for the tight angle, and a little surprised that we were not able to put in the rebound. It's kind of a tight angle for Max to try to push it in. Nice play, though. So Wyatt will come out for the face-off. He's got that familiar line of Mason to his left, Bennett to his right. Graham now at left D. Quick shot comes in from Theron. There's a rebound looking available for Mason, but he's tied up. And Wyatt comes over, delivers the hit. Loose puck picked up by Graham. Graham jumps into the play. He's going to have to get back now. We've got numbers back, though, so no problem as Stillwater enters the zone. Graham across to defend. Mason picks it up, absorbs a check, keeps the puck. Still stick handling into the zone. And Stillwater now comes up with it. They try to get it ahead, and they do now clear it. Theron's going to jump back and pick this one up. Theron sends it down low. Played by the goaltender. And at the half wall. Pressure from Theron along with Clark. Stillwater comes up with it, though. Now they're out. They've got a 3-on-1 here, potentially. Graham back to defend. And the pass comes across. And Fred, with the back check, is able to slow things down. He finds Theron ahead to Bennett, and Clark was offside just by a bit there. It's a good-looking rush. Just a little too quick to get into the zone. So that faceoff's going to come just outside of the zone. 7:04 to go in the second. All knotted at 1. And Stillwaters comes up with it. And Fred battles for it, wins it back. Good centering pass. Jax was tied up in the slot, though. Clark delivers the hit, dislodges it. It's behind the net. And that's Cooper, I think, trying to get it out. He gets it to the corner. Now it's back at the point. Fred picks it up at the half wall, overskates it a bit, and gets tied up. Now it's at the point again, back down to the corner. Good pass to the center from Stillwater, but well read by Cooper, who wins it back. The loose puck picked up by Clark. Clark getting ahead of steam into the zone. Loses the handle, but picks it back up. Still Clark. Loses the handle again. This time he finds Cooper, who sends it in from just below the blue line in the middle. That one gloved. Max is out to take the face off. And that one goes right to the goalie. So we'll do it again. Max pops it up. That one's on Graham's stick. He fires it in, but it's off of Max, who gathers the loose puck. Max looking for some help. Goes cross ice to Graham, who's got to one-time it in. Actually, that ends up being a great pass. He was looking for Bennett there, who flipped it over the net. Bennett now in the corner, tied up by a couple of Stillwater players. Loose puck, that's going to come to Graham. Graham going to unwind and shoot. And gloved. Max again at the dot. Gets it back to Graham again. Graham goes for the shot. And frozen one more time. Max to Graham again. Graham again has some space. Fires this one. This one goes high and bounces back onto a Stillwater stick. They clear. Peter with it at the red line. Forces it forward. Stillwater sends it in, but Bennett there to gather it. Good pass out. That one to Max, or rather Mason, back to Max. Now Max still chasing it. Stillwater with it behind their own net. They get it to the right circle. And their breakout a little bit sloppy, so they're kind of just forced to throw it back down into our zone. Peter finds Graham. Graham looking ahead, and pass deflected, but now the loose puck picked up by Jax. Jax still on it. Graham's going to throw it down into the corner with a backhand and go for a change. Wyatt pressuring. Mason on it as well. Good centering pass with the backhand from Jax to Wyatt. His shot goes wide. Nice play from those two. This should be icing. Nope, Ruff waves it off. Must have caught a stick on the way through. Theron's going to gather it behind the net and sends it forward. Stillwater holds the zone, though. Back into the opposite corner. Jax picks it up, flips it ahead. Stillwater sends it back down. Jax with it. Fred reaching for it, and now that's Peter. He sends it cross ice. Nice pass. And Fred with a quick shot. Fred trying to gather it now. Fred finds Jax. Jax stick handling's through some traffic. And now Fred's going to look to win it back in the corner. No dice. Gets sent around the net. Stillwater with it. Skating through some traffic, out through neutral ice. And they gain the zone. Rister comes in. That one goes wide on the short side. This one picked up by Cooper. Cooper with a head of steam goes through neutral ice, rather. Slows up, stops, and fires. That one wide. Clark across. Now Cooper as well, along with Bennett. Bennett trying to get through traffic at that right circle. Theron not messing around. Fires it in. Good rebound chance for Clark. But Stillwater netminder's done a good job of handling the rebounds thus far. We've had a couple of good opportunities, but have not put any of those away. Stillwater caught on a change right now, and we're offside. I think the kids just saw that one coming. They had a 3-on-1 and got a little too eager and get into the zone. 2:47 to go, still knotted at 1. Max on the draw, Mason to his left, Bennett to the right. Max pushes it through into the zone, kind of bowls his way forward, and ooh, that's kind of a nasty block. Stillwater blocks Jude's shot. Looked like it was kind of painful. Stillwater now with a chance, and rebound chance as well, but no problem for Graham, who deals with both of those. Graham and net, by the way, now. Not sure when he changed, but probably 5 minutes ago or so. A lot of traffic down there right now. Pretty dangerous, but Graham keeps it tied at 1. And Stillwater offside. Wyatt on the draw. Wyatt wins it. Skates it into the zone. He's got Fred and Jax with him. Holds up at the half wall. Finds Jax. And Jax just loses the handle and then goes back to get it again. Stillwater, though, skates out of the zone. Peter sends his man into the boards. Nearly takes out the ref in the process. And puck in the corner, gathered by Wyatt. Wyatt trying to get through traffic. Finds Fred. Fred skating through, looking to gain the corner. And he's going to go for the short side, tight angle shot. Wraps it around, another shot, and oh, the net's off. And that came off. So Fred looking to get a third bite at the apple, really. He had the first shot and then a rebound. And then whistled dead before the second rebound shot could be taken. 1:33 to go. In the second, Clark's going to take this face off. Won by Stillwater. They flip it back behind their net. Good pressure from Bennett. Now Mason. And Stillwater comes out with it. All the way down, we'll have icing. Clark at the dot. And Stillwater ties it up and comes out with it. Stillwater skates into the zone. Pressure from Cooper. Stillwater holds it up at the half wall, drops it to the point, but too much on it, and they're back into neutral ice. Blocked by Cooper. Forces it out of the zone. Stillwater needs to regroup now. And they gain the zone, but not for long. Oh, I take it back. They hold. Down to the corner. Centering pass. That one well anticipated by Cooper, who steps forward and deflects it away. Cooper flips it ahead. Stillwater back into the zone now. Good stick from Cooper, who's strong enough to get through. He skates into the Stillwater zone, and he finds the gap between two players. Sends it in there. And that one gloved. .25 seconds to go in the second period. Max will take this face off. Fred and Jax with him, along with Graham and Peter. Jax with it, finds Fred. Fred gets it to Max. Max drops it back down to Peter. Peter finds Graham. Graham was going for the one-timer, fanned on it. Graham with it again, trying to push it back into the zone. And now that's Jax forcing it up. Bounces off of a shin pad, and that will do it for the second period. All tied at 1. So we'll settle this in the third period. little bit of random sports trivia. I was out here in Stillwater last Thursday? About a week ago, to watch the St. Paul Central boys soccer team come and get a dramatic victory in the section final against Stillwater, just a mile or two from this rink, playing a man down, and they were able to pull off the victory 4-3. So a victory for one of the city schools over one of the big suburban soccer powers. Postscript to that story is Central having its season ended in the state tournament by Edina, going down 3-2 this past Thursday. So it can be good, but it's always hard to beat Edina when it comes down to it. So we'll switch sides one more time. We'll have the short change for the third period. And we'll see if we can dig in and get the winning goal here. Max on the faceoff. Ties up his man. Stillwater with it now, though. They're into the zone. Pass across. They leave it for the D-man. Quick shot comes in, that one wide from the blue line. Theron with it. Flips it ahead. It's deflected, but stays in the zone. Theron with it in the corner. Trying to push it ahead. Sends it off Fred's backside, I think. And it goes cross ice. Jude trying to clear with a backhand, and he does get it out of the zone. Deflected off a Stillwater stick. Stillwater brings it back in, though, right away. They drop it with the backhand, but Jax picks it off. Jax skating ahead. He's into the zone. And he's going to try to leave it at the half wall. Picked up by Max. Quick shot comes in from Max. Jax centers. Looks like nobody was really ready for that one. Theron with the slap shot. And that one goes wide. Had some heat on it. Picked up by Max. Looks like we're in a change, so Max is trying to slow things down there in the corner. Gets to the half wall, tries to center. And Max with a good pass across. Our guy's tied up, though. I think it was Bennett. Puck sent back around behind the net. Stillwater with it. Skates it out of the zone. And they dump and chase. Theron ties it up in the corner. Bennett across to help, gets it free. Stillwater with it behind the net. Now to the corner. They drop it to the point. Shot comes in. Graham gets down. Pad save. Wyatt flips it out to the half wall. Shot, I don't know if there's a shot or a pass, but goes all the way across. Mason's going to pick it up. Turn on the burners. And Mason in. Nice pass. And Wyatt not able to gather it for the shot in the high slot. Stillwater goes the other way. Good back check from Mason to slow things down. Stillwater fires it in. Bounces off the end wall behind the net. Peter back there along with Wyatt. He gets it ahead to Mason, and he just sends it back out into neutral ice. Stillwater looking offside, but refs swallow the whistle. Wyatt with it. His pass is deflected. He leaves it behind for Cooper. And now Jax gathers the loose puck and skates ahead. Jax into the zone, trying to gain the corner, goes for the shot. And that one's saved. Picked up and neutralized by Peter. Peter finds Fred, who finds Jax. Jax back into the zone. He's going to shoot. and gloved. No rebound. 12:01 to go in the third. Score tied at 1. It's Graham going to take the face-off. Stillwater clears. Sounds like the Zamboni is operating in reverse right now. So I can hear the backup beeping going. Graham picks it up, sends it back down to the end wall. He's trying to make something happen down there, tied up. And he finds, that was Theron with a shot. It's deflected up and over. Stillwater with a good breakout here. Theron and Clark are back. Theron with a nice defensive play to win the puck back. And he was trying to lead Graham, maybe let him just a tiny bit too much. Stillwater well offside. And we'll stop play there. Max at the dot. Gets it across to the left winger, Mason. And Mason sends it forward. And icing. Bantam referees calling that a little bit tighter than you see in the NHL. Max will take the draw on the far side of your screen. He gets it out to Mason again. Mason trying to clear. Puck tied up. Cooper emerges with it. Stick handles around his man. And gains the zone. Leaves it for Bennett. It's in Bennett's skates. Bennett back on his stick. Bennett with a chance. That one goes off a Stillwater skate. It's Mason trying to figure out what to do with it behind the net. He elects to drop it to the point where he finds Max. And now Stillwater takes it back. Gets into our zone with some speed. They've got the angle here. Good save from Graham, who's across to handle the rebound. Good goaltending from Graham on that one. Grade A chance for Stillwater. And we dodge a bullet there. Peter picks it up, sends it back through neutral ice. Now he's going to have to pursue, but Stillwater bails us out with an offside call. Wyatt centering, wins it, sends it in. It's deflected. Fred's going to go down to the corner to get it. And he was trying to center. Now stick handling. Has it broken up. Still stick handling. Drops it to his, a little bit of confusion there between him and Wyatt, I think, as to who was going to take that one. Fred's going to pick it up in the corner again. Leaves it for Wyatt and poked away. Theron steps up. He was looking for Fred. It goes all the way around, and it's out of the zone. Wyatt goes back and finds Theron to restart things. He finds Fred. Fred into the zone, finds Jax. Jax just got tied up a little bit there. Was looking for a shot from a tight angle. Theron steps up into the play at the half wall. Theron picks it up. Theron with it. And he sends it back down. Jax behind the net. Two Stillwater players converge. Win it back. Now Graham with it. Graham trying to feed somebody in the circle, but Stillwater there. Graham out to play it. Tips it to Peter, who changes direction and comes out with it. Graham with it at about the red line. Tries to push it forward. And Stillwater sends it back our way. Picked up in the corner by Theron. He sends it around the net to Mason at the half wall. Mason stood up at the half wall. Stillwater with it. They send it to the corner. And tied up by Graham. It's Theron coming across. Theron picks it up, evades his man. Still on it. And Theron with a smart dump to the opposite corner as we needed a change. Stillwater looking to take advantage with the cross-ice pass. A little too much on it. And Jude clears. Stillwater's pass is blocked, and puck just kind of lingers just inside the blue line in the Stillwater zone. Now sent back out. Clark sends in a pass to Mason, who tips it forward into the zone. Stillwater gathers it, though. Sends it back down. Jude goes cross-ice off of a Stillwater stick. And they send it into our zone. Nobody home for them. Jude picks it up. Fans on the passing attempt, but keeps the puck. Jude still with it. And clears to Mason. Mason trying to check his man and win that puck. Still battling for it. Gets it as far as the point. And penalty coming. I think it's going to go against Mason. Going to get a cross check against Mason. 7:17 to go in the contest. Mason will head to the box for a couple minutes. Having a chat with the referee, probably telling him he didn't think there was much in it. Didn't look like there was a ton in it. Travis listens to the explanation and shuts the penalty box door. That'll be Mason's company for the next 2 minutes. Wyatt on the face-off. Wyatt with it. Gets it across. Cooper sticks it forward. Cooper skating into the zone, and we're offside. I think maybe Peter got a little ahead of the play there. Wyatt out there with Peter, Cooper, and Jax on the penalty kill. Peter stands up his man at the red line. Stillwater still in neutral ice, trying to figure out how to get into the zone. Puck gets into the zone, but Stillwater not in cleanly, and Jax sends it back down. Stillwater in neutral ice. They fire it down into the corner. Opposite corner finds Cooper. Puck squirts past the Stillwater stick, but they keep the zone. Wyatt defending at the half wall, left to the point, back to the half wall. Defended by Peter, ties up his man on the boards. Stillwater with it just above the right circle. Now they drop it to the blue line. And poked away. It's Wyatt. Wyatt got a chance. Changes direction, and unfortunately changed direction just outside of the zone, and Jax skated in just a tiny bit too early. Looked close, but we get whistled for the offside. About 53 seconds to go on this power play for Stillwater. Graham, Fred, Theron, and Jude out to try to kill off this penalty. Stillwater stick handles through. Poked away by Theron. Graham pushes it ahead. Graham going to chase, no icing. Graham in pursuit. Fred in pursuit. Fred wins it. Fred's got a chance. He's in. And Fred goes short side. Bounces up and over. Stillwater fans on the passing attempt. 20 seconds to go in the penalty. They lay it off. Shot comes in from the right circle. Good save from Graham. Ensuing rebound. There's a little confusion there as far as picking it up. Fred trying to get it out of the zone. He does. And that's going to do it for the power play for Stillwater. So good kill from Minneapolis. Mason out of the box. And he heads across the ice. Stays on. Max pushes it out. Max under some pressure, trying to get it across to Bennett, but just too many white shirts there. Big hit. Theron drops his man. Fred's brothers are excited by the hit. Stillwater holds it. Another big hit. This one coming from Max. Graham with a nice save. He gloves that one. Rister came in with some heat from the left circle, about the top of it. Graham made it look like catching practice. At 4:45 to go. This one's still tied at 1. Minneapolis looking for a center man. Wyatt gets the call. Stillwater's pass is deflected. Now the loose puck is going to get picked up. And Wyatt gets going. Wyatt to the half wall, leaves it for Clark. Good play from Wyatt. Clark with it. He sends it through. Just out of Fred's reach. Fred gets a shot off, deflected though. And Fred sends it back around, but nobody home. Put a little too much on it. Stillwater comes out with it. They're in. Oh, I take that back. Clark tracked back really well to cut that thing off. Shot comes in from the wall, and that one sticked aside by Graham. Now it's at the half wall on the near side. Clark picks it up and pushes into the zone. We go for a change, so that opportunity not really going for much. We're offside. Clark was still well down the ice as Graham made the zone entry.